Hi guys, it's Rumbi, and I have a few friends who needed me to make this video because they need some tips on photography, and I mean, it's for anyone out there who needs tips on photography, and I'm not a professional yet. You know, of course I know a little bit more than they do. I'm not trying to act like I'm all, girl, I know more than you. No, I'm helping basically. The reason why I decided to make it in a video is because it's easier to just make one video and let them all see it than have 4 or 5 people ask me to teach them stuff on 4 or 5 different occasions. This video is just telling you about like the crucial points of photography, like the most important things you need to know in order, you know, to get that good image, or to be able to explore your camera more. I'm wearing one earring, by the way. So there are 3 very vital and very key things that result in you getting that good image, and that's shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Starting with shutter speed. Shutter speed is basically how quickly you take the picture. There can be a slow shutter speed, there can be a fast shutter speed. You can have your shutter open for as long as you want. Okay, this is a shutter. Imagine my hands are shutters, and these 2, they're called curtains, and there's a front curtain and there's a back curtain. And what happens is when you press the shutter, that click you hear is the front curtain coming up. The middle part is the image, basically, like the picture you're trying to take, and then the back curtain comes up and follows it, and that's the shutter closed. So depending on how quickly you want the picture to be taken, how fast or how slow you set your shutter speed, you know, it determines how much light and motion is captured in the picture. So if you have a slow shutter speed, this will happen. It will front curtain, the picture gets taken in the middle, and then the back curtain comes and closes. And then when there's a fast shutter speed, it's like that. So like as soon as the front curtain comes up, the back curtain will come up. So you tend to have a very quick image taken. If you have a slow shutter speed, you're more likely to get blurred because the shutter is open for a very long time. So if it's open this whole time and someone's getting punched and they're moving, it's gonna capture that movement as well. So that's how you end up getting a blur. Whereas if it was a quick one like that, then, you know, it just, yeah, it doesn't get that movement, so there's no blur. Second point, aperture. Aperture, when you go into your settings, if you're on manual, of course, aperture is basically the f number, the f 1.2 that you see, basically, or whatever the number is. The lower the f number, the more light you get into the camera, which basically means that if you're in a dark environment, you would want to set your camera on a lower aperture. You want your f number to be lower so that you get more light coming in, and because of that, in turn, you have less depth of field. Depth of field is stuff like, you know, when you take a picture and one object is like really clear, and the clarity is like very good, and then the background is all blurred. That's what depth of field is. And because of lower aperture, you have lower depth of field, purely because of the light coming in. You have more light, and if you want more depth of field, you have to get a higher aperture or f number. To get a higher depth of field, you basically have to get a higher f number or higher aperture, same thing. But then because of that, you get less light. So you tend to use a higher f number when you're probably taking pictures outside. In terms of high and low aperture, if I want to take a picture of my eye here and my camera was, I don't know, as close as the camera is right now, with a lower f number you'd be able to see my eye in focus, and you'd be able to see my ear in focus. Whereas if you have a higher f number, you'll be able to see this eye in focus, but my ear will be out of focus because of an increased depth of field. Aperture and the third point go hand in hand. The third point is ISO. ISO is basically how fast light is absorbed into the camera. Is that when you have a low ISO, your pictures are darker than if you have a high ISO, because light is being detected at a much slower rate. Aperture and ISO tend to work with each other, and in turn they work alongside shutter speed as well. Different aspects of all the three things work together in order to get the perfect lighting, the perfect motion, and the perfect depth of field. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. So guys, hope I helped with my information. I don't know a lot, but you know, I thought I would share what I do know. And yeah, hopefully I have given you the boost that you needed to know to explore your camera, to explore photography, and to get into different other things. Just do you. Just do what you feel I should do. Have fun. Shoot.